Couple things I want to talk about in this video. Notably, this news involving Tony Stark's daughter from Avengers Endgame. We've got some League of Legends news. Apparently, the U.S. government is stopping it from being distributed in certain countries. And Toy Story 4 is bombing, and it's exactly why you think it is.
Pathetic earthlings! Who can save you now?
Rush! Savior of the universe! Strange object imaged in the Imperial Vortex. Rush!
So this is pretty unsettling. You actually have a lot of NPC going after Tony Stark's little one from Avengers Endgame, and for the dumbest reason. It's entirely NPC, and it's not even getting a lot of coverage. Now, if you remember, this was around the time The Last Jedi came out. Rose Tico's actress was, saying people were coming after her, so she left the internet. They had every single outlet had an article on it. Oh my God, they moved her off. Rose Tico, toxic fandom, all this stuff. And now we have this young lady here, very, very young, getting attacked, and the only outlet I see covering this is MovieWeb. Why is that? Because it's NPC. The NPC, when they do something that I've noticed is a lot of these outlets will pretty much take a rug, lift it up, grab a broom, and they will sweep it all under there. Because NPC can do no wrong. They must be seen as justice and do-gooders. When they do stupid crap like this, nobody covers it. Nobody will talk about it. It's kind of unsettling and should really tell you something about these outlets. So what's going on here? Two things. The biggest one is that in public, I guess people are asking for autographs and they're not really complying, and that gets a lot of rude comments back. I think asking someone this age for an autograph is kind of stupid. I don't really see the point of that. It sounds like it's happening enough that people are starting to say nasty things to them in public. The real thing here is the NPC going after her because of this. So, Ironheart. So this is Riri Williams, a young person from the comic books that when Tony Stark was in a coma, took up the Iron Man mantle. What she did was she created her own armor and ran around and was basically the forced main character of Iron Man. If you're reading Iron Man, this was the character that you got to read. And a lot of people weren't very happy about that. It's like, why don't you just give her own book? They did. And I don't know if it's any good. The first two issues actually weren't that bad, but it wasn't really for me, so I didn't read it any longer and left it alone. I hear it's still pretty decent. But the reason that they're mad is because, well, they think that she's going to be Ironheart. And, we can't have that. Spider-Man can be anybody, but we can't have Ironheart be her. So apparently, because this isn't even in her control, by the way, NPC are going after her and leaving her offensive messages on her social media accounts, and that's pretty disgusting that you would go after someone this age and they don't even have the decision. There's no official word that she's going to be Ironheart. No one has come out and said that. But, this doesn't stop. You're going to take the character away from me. So they're going crazy about it and going after a child. That's pretty disgusting. But it's not uncommon for an NPC. We've seen them do things like this in the Stand With Vic community, where that Umbrella guy's family, they were going after it, saying they were going to call CPS on him for making Stand With Vic videos and all kinds of disgusting stuff. But, of course, none of that stuff ever gets covered. So, it's up to some people to cover this stuff. And I wanted to point out just how bad these people can get. So, anyway, moving on. League of Legends is being kept out of certain countries, which I found pretty amusing. This was a quick little fun story that I wanted to share because it really shows kind of the tensions that are rising around the world right now. So, due to the growing tensions between the U.S. and Iran, when attempting to log in, players in these countries were met with this message: due to U.S. laws and regulations, players in your country cannot access League of Legends at this time. Such restrictions are subject to change by the U.S. government. So if and when that happens, we will look forward to having you back on the Rift. So because of the current trade sanctions on those countries, the detailing that the businesses from the country cannot currently trade with the United States, League of Legends, like most free games, has microtransactions, which falls under the trade category. Therefore, it has to abide by these restrictions. Now, this is interesting. I wonder if a game has, microtransactions, can they not play it? So this makes me think of other games with loot boxes and such. Can you just not access those? Are you blocked from the servers completely? It's pretty interesting. And it really shows you the times we're in, that now, when countries have a tension and go at each other like this, you're going to see companies affected, and you can't even play video games anymore. I wonder, if something pops off, how far would that go? It's just interesting stuff. Not a lot to talk about here, but something that I really wanted to show you guys because I thought this was crazy. Video games are blocked now. What if Japan and the U.S. were to go at it? We would lose Yakuza and all that stuff. It'd be crazy. So Toy Story 4, by the way, is struggling, and I almost wonder if this is a get woke, go broke scenario. Now, there's a couple of things. Number one, it seems from what I hear, the narrative of this is for old boys to get out the way. And I even saw the actress, there's an article for Bo Peep's character, and they say, the actress says, Bo Peep is a woke woman. Now, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm not 100% sure on how awoken Toy Story 4 is. I can't say for sure. I would need to see it. And I think I am going to go see it tomorrow or the day after. And then I can kind of give my 2 cents on it. Probably put a review up on the Yellow Flash channel. But if this is the case, you can pretty much add this to the list of get woke, go broke, which is sad. Personally, in my opinion, they should have stopped after the third one. I don't see the need for a Toy Story 4 in the first place. But it seems like another example of, hey, let's just grab something that other people love and we'll just ruin it with more of these tropes and this get woke crap. So in more grinding my gears news, I saw this pop up also and wanted to talk about it. So if you voted a certain way, guess what? You're not allowed to be a Star Trek fan. The actress who plays Deanna Troi, if you remember the Star Trek Next Generation series, which is a fantastic series, well, she's come up and she's had something to say. So she's quoted here, I have to be honest. I miss being in the UK. Despite the fact that the weather is so much better in LA, I'm really homesick and thinking about seriously coming back. Since the election, I don't think I can live in the orange man bad America. I really don't. We're the one state, California, that is defining him. But I travel a lot, so I come out of the bubble. When I go to other places, my heart sinks. My fellow cast members are always telling me off for being political in places where they don't advise it, like Georgia. Marina, you can't say you can't say that. We're in Atlanta. And I'd be like, yeah, but this is where I have to say it. I have to say things in places where they don't possibly agree with me in a way that makes them think about something. So, and she pretty much goes on to say here, it's an oxymoron. Star Trek fan does not equal Republican. It doesn't. The people who I hear from on social media, I don't get how they can be huge fans of the show and my character and think the way they do. So how do you feel about that, people? Once again, being told you're not allowed to be a fan. You can think what you want about the Orange Man. I don't really care. But the bottom line is you shouldn't tell fans of a franchise they're pieces of garbage because of the way they want to, think politically or whatever. I can't stand that. It's not your place, Deanna Troi. Your place is to be grateful that you have fans that come to conventions and want to see you. But instead, you decide to pick people and you want your fans to be good enough to be fans of you, not are you good enough for your fans. And that really disgusts me. Final bit of news, it seems Ethan Van Sciver was able to get Rian Johnson worked up. If you don't know who Rian Johnson is, that is the guy who directed and I think helped write The Last Jedi. A terrible movie in my opinion. Maybe you like it. We'll have to agree to disagree there. However, Uh, if you don't know Ethan Van Sciver, he's very critical of Star Wars and a lot of the ways that it's been handled. And apparently, he's gotten under Ryan Johnson's head. And you can see here there's a little bit of dialogue, but he actually went in and said to Ethan, Ethan, I can't hear you. Did you say something? Kind of implying that he's muted Ethan. But it really shows, and I've noticed this with Sean Schemmel and a few other people that I've criticized. When you make content about these people, calling them out, it would seem that they do actually watch it. So I found that humorous that he was able to get under the skin of Ryan Johnson. So congratulations on that, Ethan. I'm sure you're having a great time rubbing that in his face. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you're still subscribed. Leave a comment and a like. Those really help the channel. YouTube is doing its thing now, so likes and comments and sharing the video. Those are 3 great things you can do if you want to help the channel. And I also really appreciate any interaction you guys give me every view. If you want, check out a link to my Twitch as well. I got a Twitch link there, trying to build that platform up. I'd really like to do some game streams. And currently it's at 700 followers, trying to get it to close to 1,000. So if you guys want to go over there and subscribe to that, or just follow and not subscribe, I don't even think I have that option over there. I really appreciate that. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.